I just wanted this to be a short, nothing crazy. This is a question for all of you. Do you watch good news? Do you share good news? Do you talk about good news? These are really, really good questions because we are in the midst of a constant psychological warfare that our enemies are on all of these major social media platforms, and they're making it seem like 24 hours a day there's nothing good coming from us, that we're always doing things that are illegal, our children are always murdering people, and they're never going to stop. They're never going to stop. But do you watch the good news? This sister in Atlanta, her I think it's a beauty supply store is going out of business, and then the community showed up and they bought everything, and she's not going out of business. See, there is real good stories in our community. Do you watch this instead of watching the negative shit all the time? It's like I was telling y'all before about how I'm switching over in my content. I don't, some things I don't want to talk about anymore. Some things I just don't want to entertain anymore. I've just had enough of the negativity. I want to try to amplify as much positivity from the black community that I can find, right? So, are we going to be ambassadors of the good news? Of the young people that I see that are graduating from college early, the young people who have clothing lines, the young people who are inventing things. These are foundational black Americans, the young people who are doing some amazing things. We have a lot of wonderful, talented, foundational black Americans. We do. We do. And we should not concentrate on the negativity. We should concentrate on the positive. We are a positive and a productive people. We really are. There's large numbers of us that wake up every day and we actually contribute to society. We do. We don't harm anybody. I do not have a criminal record. I have a pistol permit. I don't walk around harming anybody. And I don't have to answer for what another man did, because what that man did or what that man did or what that man did, it does not mean anything for me. I am not them. See, in the black community, we are the only people in the world, I guess. We are not allowed the luxury to be individuals. We are not. These assholes get on social media, teach your children as if universally every single last one of our children are bad. Teach your children morals. Fuck you, asshole. You've got assholes in your community. You have killers and shooters and drug dealers in your community. And we don't ever say that all white people are bad. I have never done that. But when it comes to us, if oh, that's another thing. That's another thing before I close it out. See, most of these shootings that these assholes love to talk about when they talk about black on black crime, this is gang activity. A lot of this stuff is gang activity. These are gangs fighting gangs. And unfortunately, these gangs live in the same community that the black firefighter lives in. Yes, that the black UPS driver lives in. We live amongst some of these assholes, unfortunately. And then you say, well, why don't you clean your community? Do you not have drug dealers living in your community and killers? And you think everybody's about that life to just walk up and pop people? Because if you pop this guy, somebody's going to see it and then they're going to come after you. And if you don't have a whole community that's united to purge its community, then these people, it's always a handful. When you talk about the hood and shootings and all this other shit, it is a minority within these communities. Kind of like what they say about what's going on over there with Palestine and Hamas. Like the armed crazies have the ability to take over whole neighborhoods. It's the truth. We don't want to talk about this. The United States government is not in complete control of every neighborhood. Never has been, and it never will be, even unto this time. Sometimes, sad to say, the armed crazies that sell drugs and shoot people, the people that live in these communities, they are understandably terrified of these guys because they will delete you. They will do something to your children. So all these assholes that want to talk about black on black crime, you're not talking about me. You're not talking about the black firefighter that lives in his community, the black businessman that still lives in his community. You're not talking about even the black police officer. There's two young black male police officers that are my son's age that live in my community. Wonderful guys. One is married, the other one is not. The one is married. I've been knowing him ever since he was, my son's age. He sees me all the time. He knows me. He knows my son. He's got a beautiful black wife and two beautiful black kids, and he still lives in the community. So our communities are not that different from some of these white communities, but they only want to talk about our pathology. They never want to talk about the things that we actually get right. There are millions of us that wake up every day. We go to work, we don't harm anybody, and we go right back home. The racists don't want to talk about that. The racists want to talk about the gangbangers that are unfortunately polluting our neighborhoods. This is what they want to talk about all the time, and they want to make it seem like every single last one of us is them. And what they're doing is not to be taken idly, because if you keep denigrating our image, the bottom line is they're looking for the final solution. This is what these groups are doing online. They're looking for the 2024 final solution. Trust me on this. So we need to start talking about the good stuff in our community to counteract the hate, and to also, some of you who, if you didn't know that there are good things going on, and that you shouldn't dog yourself out as well too, because some of us, we dog ourselves out. Oh, there's nothing going on. There's a lot going on. A lot of you're not going, you're not paying attention. And in my area, the free black magazine is called The Challenger. There's always some positive events going on. A lot of you just don't go. Whether it's Kwanzaa, whether it's there are different groups that are starting groups to get our people into tech. There's a whole lot of stuff going on, but if you're not out there going to these positive events, you're going to start thinking that nothing's going on and all is hopeless in our community, and that is not the truth. It's not the truth. So that's all I wanted to say. That's all I got.